What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a continuation of hunting down Elvira in Monsterland comic series. Now, I believe the only episode that I have on this series is the first one where the first issue comic books came out, and ever since then I've never really done anything else showcasing what all I've actually managed to pick up. And unfortunately, I just never had the time to do a video showcasing the variants for issue number 2 and also issue number 3. Now, issue 2 came out quite a bit ago, and I never did a video showcasing those. So we're going to jump straight in, and I'm going to show you which all variants I managed to get. First and foremost, the main cover variant. Super, super beautiful. Absolutely love it. Where am I going to put these? I guess there. The second issue variant as well. This one is super beautiful. I love it. It's just her. Most of the variants that honestly just include Elvira by herself, or, like for example, this one in black and white, are always going to be my favorite. Just because there's nothing too crazy and chaotic in the background. We got like a black and white version as well, sort of. It's not really black and white, but you get the picture. And then here's another one. So unfortunately, if you guys, there we go. If you guys have been keeping up with this series, you will remember the first episode that I did. I'm going to talk more about that here in just a second. This one I have to show because this one I believe is part of variant 2, issue 2 I mean, but this one has got to be my favorite out of all the issue 2s because it is strictly just Elvira herself. There's no wording, there's no title, nothing. It's just her. So anyway, before we go into issue 3, if you guys have been keeping track with the first episode, I mentioned there were so many variants for issue number 1. And unfortunately, I was not able to obtain all those variants, and I'm still waiting to this day on the rest of the variants. There's only one that I did manage to get, and I don't remember if I showed it, but I believe it was a black and white edition. I got my comic book folder down here. But anyway, it was one, I'll just show you, there was a particular one, I know it was a black and white version, but I called a local comic book store, and this one is all the way down to fucking Austin, unfortunately, but I called this one comic book store, and they put an order in for every variant that I needed, but they cannot guarantee on actually getting those variants in. So I'm still currently waiting for those, unfortunately. Oh, whoops. So I actually messed up. This one is actually not issue number 2. This one is part of issue number 3, so I do apologize about that. I accidentally showed you one too early. But anyway, that's one of issue number 3. But anyway, so yeah, I've been waiting forever on those variant covers for issue number 1. They have never come in yet. There was only 2 of them that came in. There was one that was a black and white edition. I finally managed to get that one. And then there was also another one that was the most expensive out of every one because this one is a shiny cover. This one is metallic cover. This one is a special edition one as well. Of course, you got the really sharp edges down here. But this one was a special edition one. This one cost about $100, unfortunately. But that one was part of issue number 1. So I'm super glad that I managed to get this one finally. But the rest of them, though, especially with issue number 2 as well, I'm still waiting to get different variants on those. There's no telling, unfortunately, when those are ever going to come in. The lady told me that everything was on back order, so probably not going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. But anyway, let's get into issue number 3. Issue number 3 was a very big success for me because they didn't really issue too many comics for issue number 3. And I believe this one, nope, I think it's this one, is the main cover art for issue number 3. And so I managed to pick it up at my local comic book store, which is right down the road from where I'm at. And obviously they always have like 4 different variants for me ready to go. And so I'm like, I got curious and I'm like, I'm going to call another comic book store, the same one in Austin, see if they have anything. They didn't have anything. So I went by another one, kind of in the same area, but a little bit further away, or closer away, whichever. And I managed to get a very successful run on those at that last comic book store anyway. Here is another variant cover for issue number 3. I really, really like this one. And then, let's see. Okay. So going back to, oh, here we go. And I love this one. She comes with a little poodle as well from the actual movie. So, along with that same variant cover, here's another one, same exact one. This one is just a print though. Obviously it's the comic book, but I always call these just the print covers. So this one, and I believe the rest of these I actually managed to pick up at the other comic book store, which I was super, super shocked about. And here's a black and white edition of that same exact cover as well. I believe that is all of the cover variants for that image anyway. And then I need to put this one back in the sleeve. But that last comic book store that I went to get this cover. And then here's the actual original cover as well. That one, I forgot what I was going to say now. But anyway, here's the last cover variant. I don't remember what I was going to say now. So this one is the black and white edition as well for the other cover that I already showed you. Now, there are very few issues for issue number 3, which is very good to me, because I was able to almost collect every single variant cover for issue number 3 in one day, which surprised the fuck out of me. So the comic book store, which is close by and right down the road, had A through D cover variants for me. The other comic book store had E, F, G, and H. So it was just I, J, and K are the only ones that I need left, unfortunately. I know you guys can't really see it too well. Just barely. But those are the only cover variants that are left for me to obtain. Unfortunately, I really don't think I'll be able to, because there's specific ways to go about obtaining those, and most of those are through like the manufacturer or something, so I'm probably never going to be able to get those unless they go onto eBay or something, which honestly sucks, but oh well. But anyway, yeah, that pretty much covers issue number 2 and 3. I do apologize I wasn't able to get issue 2 out as quickly as possible, but definitely be sure to be on the lookout for August 30th. I'm not sure if I'll be able to record a video on August 30th, but I'll definitely try to. Why August 30th? Because that is the next Elvira comic release. And that one's also going to be a very expensive one too, because I have another cover variant for issue 1, I believe. I don't remember if it's issue 1 or if it was something else. I know I have a Elvira comic coming out on the 30th of this month, but this one's going to be a lot more expensive than the shiny plate cover one, because this one is going to be an autograph variant cover. So it's going to be fun. But anyway, make sure and stay tuned to that. I probably will not be able to get that uploaded until later that day or some other time, but I'll definitely be able to have it out pretty soon. So until then, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll talk to you guys later.